Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Gray cloudy day. I'm Gray Cloud. Sage of the eternal moment. Hadn't done that in a while. That moment right there. Let that moment go. Pick up that next moment. I'm just barely getting started this morning. I've been up a little while. We're going to do a Jesus Calling. And anybody that's watched for a while, and to anybody that hadn't, but the people that have been following me for a while know that in the wintertime, a lot of times videos start getting made in the room, in my bedroom. But anybody that's been here new, it's getting cold here, down here in Alabama. Getting down in the 20s at night, feeling down in the teens. Ain't getting past the 30s during the day the past couple days. Tried a snow flurry yesterday. I was surprised. But I live in a trailer that doesn't hold heat or cool down too well. It's just really old. So in the summertime, I have an air conditioner in my window in my room. I take it out. I just took it out the other day. I got to put some stuff up over the window, try to keep the air. I hadn't done that. But anyway, and then I only cool and heat my bedroom because I don't hardly ever have any visitors. But let's get into the reading. So you're going to see, and so I don't know how I'm going to get, I got to figure out a setup for my live streams if I'm using my laptop and my camera at the same time. And I don't have anywhere in here to put the overhead. I don't have anything to clamp it to right now in here. But we'll get all that set up eventually so I can be in the warm room. Guys, I know you're saying, hurry up and read. November 11th. Do not let any set of circumstances intimidate you. The more challenging your day, the more of my power I place at your disposal. You seem to think that I empower you equally each day, but this is not so. Your tendency upon awakening is to assess the difficulties ahead of you, measuring them against your average strength. This is an exercise in unreality. I know what each of your days will contain, and I empower you accordingly. The degree to which I strengthen you on a given day is based mainly on two variables: the difficulty of your circumstances and your willingness to depend on me for help. I try to view challenging days as opportunities to receive more of my power than usual. Look to me for all that you need and watch to me to see what I will do. As your day, so shall your strength be. And I took that as, your strength is not always the same. It's just like up here where it says, you think that I empower you equally each day, but it's not so. Well, in the 5 agreements, in the 4 the 4th agreement is always do your best and realize that your best changes from day to day. And, when you're sick one day, your best is not going to be the same as the day before you got sick. If you're physically feeling fine one day and then the next day you wake up with a backache or something's wrong with your foot or whatever it is, then that day your best, even though you're doing your best, is still not going to be up to par to the same best that you had when everything was working right. So we have to remember that. And I feel like this reading kind of tells me that. It's like you'll be given the strength accordingly to what day it is. And according to what your condition is, circumstances are, what's going on, what it is you're going through. So as your day unfolds, so your strength will be given. And sometimes it's easier than others. I know for myself, when I'm relying completely on my own strength, which I'm trying to do better, and I'm trying to, there's certain things I have to do myself. Like The creator ain't going to just snap his fingers and make things happen for you. You got to put one foot in front of the other. Of course, I know, but your reference scriptures are Ephesians 1:18 through 20, Psalm 105, verse 4, Deuteronomy 33, verse 25, and yeah, so I'm just kind of, I'm not liking, I don't mind cold weather. I'm a big dude. I was born in December, kind of hot-blooded usually. But it kind of dampers my ability to do some of the things that I want to do, like as far as like making videos and stuff. I prefer to be up in the living room where the table is, where I have the arm clamped to the table now, and I'm starting to learn how to, use the overhead and function during a live stream setting or however we want to do it. But I'm long overdue for making like a review video or something like that on my second channel. But I'm trying to keep up with staying sober, and I'm not just trying, I'm doing it. I'm working on it, slowly but surely. One thing's for sure, if I put too much on myself all at once, not that long out of detox and not that long sober, then I'll overload my system. And, I'm noticing, when and I've said this before, you take the alcohol out, it seems like I end up I'm either overeating and not watching my diet, or I'm like doing something else that's like a problem also. Like, it's like you get one thing straightened out, and then another thing that you might have an issue with, or that is an obsession or whatever it is, can become the next thing that you have. It's like it's like trying to just get that fine tuning in. And then, of course, there's some people that believe, and I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I've had friends that have had deliverance completely, like they've used their faith, and somehow they just never went back. But I've also known people that have done that as well and still fall off. There's one thing in detox that they taught me that I didn't really think about was there's no one set way of doing it. Like, sobriety isn't, there's no like each person is different. So each person's going to have to find their sobriety in a different manner. Even if you're using a 12-step, each person is still different. It's not like a cookie cutter, just here it is, and one size fits all. So each person has to kind of like figure out what it is that they have to do. And then the evidence is right there. I mean, I know what I have to do. I know what works for me. I know that if I don't get up every day and do certain things, and that if I don't reach out before I act upon a thought, that leads me to, at some point, convincing myself it's okay to do something that I personally am trying not to do myself, for myself. It's not that I'm not beating myself up over it now. I'm just know that I'm in the best condition if I keep alcohol out of my life, as well as other things. There's plenty of other things that I haven't done in a few years. And I'm glad. I don't even know where to go get them, and don't want to get them. I didn't intend this to be all about whatever, but it is a good message, I think. So I know that I'm feeling a little bit better the past few days, and I've been given the strength to do some of the things that I've been able to do. And so I'm going to end it there. I think that's enough. Until next time, Mr. Gray Cloud, sake of the eternal moment, over and out. And you know how we say I love you here on this channel? We use the word ditto. So ditto.